What time is it? Primetime dials. Primetime dials is by far the best time to have great, amazing conversations with homeowners. What is going on with you, my friend Jamar? How is your night going?
Pretty good, man. Uh, Knocked out some prospects. Didn't get much going on, but hopefully, on this we'll get some prospects to pick up, and we'll try to continue from last week and have some conversations. Hopefully, Carlos said we'll lock some up before what did he said, 2 weeks or something like that. So we gotta
That's
lock some up.
that's the goal, man. That's the goal.
Well, you know what? Is last time we did this, it was we had great conversations.
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling though tonight, Carlos?
I'm feeling great. I'm out of my natural element. I'm home. Well, not out of my natural element. I'm home in Florida, eating my mother's cooking. I'm
Eating all that
sitting
rice.
Hmm.
eating all that good Haitian rice, man. So I'm here in this library, trying to be consistent, no excuses and no days off, man. Let's make this happen.
That's what I like to hear, man. That's what I like to hear. And I'm glad you said you're in Florida because speaking of Florida, your guy will be there very soon. Very, very, very soon. What part of Florida? I didn't even know your mom's lived in Florida.
Yeah, Fort Lauderdale.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
Wow. Crazy, crazy. Who's going first tonight?
I'll jump in as usual, unless you want to go first.
Doesn't matter to me.
Huh, I'll just jump in there. Let's see what we got.
What you think gonna happen tonight?
I feel good, man.
Oh yeah, you're down in sunny Florida. Have to deal with the cold no more.
Not at all. Might just have some fun conversations, man.
It's gonna be a good night.
I can
I
feel
feel a real,
it.
real, real good night coming on.
Yeah, man. When you going to Florida, Kyle?
I mean, next month, man, I'm probably gonna be making the move. The beginning to mid January,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll probably be settled around the end of January. Big announcements on the way. A lot of things I'm gonna
Hey,
be,
what's going on, man? This is Carlos. I talked to one of my guys, man. They mentioned that you had a piece of property or a land that you was thinking about selling. So I wanted to give you a call before. Go ahead.
Okay, so I do have a piece of property, a house, new build construction, finalized December '08. We've been the only homeowners. My wife and I are separated in the process of a divorce. It's still up in the air if the house will be sold or she's going to keep it and give me some equity from it. So there's not a decision that's going to be made lightly or quickly, which sucks for me because I need some equity from a house that I was the only one paying on since January '09. So that's where we stand. Like, you can't make an offer, or actually, if you could make an offer, it'd have to be a cash money legit, offer, because where the house is, you might have the address in front of you. You probably do.
I don't even know if this is the right address. I think it's on Plume Street. Is
Plum, like the fruit.
Oh, Plum. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, no, you good.
Well,
So that's the house. It's in great shape. Blah blah blah. But because of the American Airlines headquarters relocating to within half a mile of the house, and the comparable, like the comps in the area, like nothing is selling for less than 300 that was built by our same builder in that area, in that neighborhood. So you probably make cash offers in the mid 100s or something that some people would go for, whatever. But that ain't feasible for us.
okay. Well, I mean, from what you're saying, well, let me step back. The way you sounding like this divorce might be the best things happening to you right now.
Most definitely.
Okay. So I ain't gonna say I'm sorry to hear that. So you won't hear that
Well,
from
it
me.
always sucks whenever what was once great becomes ungreat. great, but I ain't staying unhappy for the rest of my life, and I'm not, and our daughter doesn't need to suffer the consequences. I'd rather her have 2 happy homes than 1 unhappy home. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and amen to that. I appreciate that. So you do a lot at me, man. So what I'm hearing from you, the $100,000 offers, I'm assuming you've been getting some of these offers and they don't work, right?
I
And
don't know how everybody gets my contact info because I've been getting these calls for a hot minute, and I think whenever I was looking at different properties being attached to my name, you just can get this magic. I mean, people, I'm added on whatever number. Even Gloria, my current spouse, soon to be ex, she gets the phone calls occasionally or even text messages. So,
well, I mean, y'all might honestly be on a list. I still don't even know how my partner passed this information on to me. He just said like, hey, you guys might have a house that you guys are thinking about selling. So I was like, yo, let me give you a call.
yeah.
Okay. So, but what I'm hearing kind of from you, like, those offers don't work, but at the same time, you can't even make a decision right now because of the whole divorce process, right?
Yeah, so kind of. I think so. That's part of it, but I also think the way that this. So the problem is, if you think about it, in DFW, I don't care. You got a Florida number, so I don't know if you're. But the reality of North Texas is that the housing market may cool or is cooling a bit. That's barely going to impact Dallas-Fort Worth. There's so many people that are moving here that houses that get listed, they're still cash offers where Joe Bob Steve is beating Willie Smith by 20K, whatever. So I know that the house can sell, and if the house was listed, it would sell in a heartbeat. But I just feel like that process to her is like this bridge she doesn't want to cross. But if somebody outright said, "Yo, we can buy the house for this amount and close on this date," she knows that any house that she would choose to purchase, she's going to have to use quite a bit of the sale price to put down as a down payment and have probably a higher mortgage payment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things where you're robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, either we sell the house or I get my equity in the form of her doing a refi to get me off the title. So that's the reality.
Okay, because even with I know you said the market probably, Texas, with it being Texas and people moving there, prices or the current state of the market ain't going to affect it. But she still has to buy a house to move in if she sells this house, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Now, how does that work with her, I guess, interest payments in this type of market then? Is she ready to do that or no?
I think so. It depends on the day of the week. She had been ready, and then she gets cold feet, and then she doesn't want the memories that were made in that house. This is a lot of several different things. So I think she could be ready to sell, and it's mostly, I think it's partially fear of letting go of the house that we've had for what is this, like 13, 14 years. And then the other half is there not a unicorn new house, different house, but is there a house that, checks off whatever number of boxes that makes sense? Not just, it could be a pricey house, but it's got X, Y, or Z that, she fancies or she's wanting. And I'm not really, there was a couple of months ago, I was like, give me a place to, get in touch with some people and I can get you some houses. And then she got cold feet, like in that moment. I'm like, I'm not going to spin my wheels and not have anything going with. So we can still sell. And I have a feeling that we will because I don't want her, if she does a refi, then she's going to do a cash out refi and at least $50K out for me.
Okay.
Which takes the payment back to what the original purchase price was of the house. The house would sell for easily double what we paid for. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's in a tricky spot. It's better if she sold it and then uses real profit, real money to put toward a down payment to have a comparable mortgage payment. That's where we are. So what can you do? I painted the picture as full as I can. What can you do?
Well, I think the ball is still in your court, man, because I can't have a conversation with her. Because if she still has cold feet, I can't do nothing.
Well, what can you do? Not in this moment, but generally, cash offers to get people out of a house they're trying to sell? Do you work with people that are in a similar situation that are trying to, sell their house at the same time, move in the same, zip codes, the same area to a different house? What is I don't know what you do.
So I don't.
You were contacted by someone.
Yeah, I don't usually help someone, I guess, find another house. If it's like a specific deal that I'm really truly like seriously after, I would. But I mean, I do cash offers. I do, the whole terms thing or whatever the case may be. But I prefer to do it like just via cash. Where I come in cash,
Okay, yeah.
I get you out of there, and then I get that, I get the house.
Okay, yeah. So the reason I ask is because there have been, like 3 or 4 people over the last month, maybe, that didn't do just cash offers. That was a part of their portfolio, but they also either themselves or they're connected with a listing agency or a realtor or whatever, so they can kind of do both. Where it's like, hey, let me get you out of your house with whatever that looks like financially, and at the same time be able to make it where the transactions work on a calendar where homeboy gets the house that he needs to get to replace the current home. So
Exactly, because my mind is spinning right now on the different ways from all the stuff that you're saying, but it's kind of like, to me, it might just be spinning for no reason if she got cold feet and she's not going to want to sell.
right, so that's why I said I know that her feet would go from cold to very warm / possibly hot if the offer she got was headache free and made sense.
So those offers that those people that you spoke to before, what about them? What about those offers wasn't headache free that she didn't want to, move on and pull the trigger on?
Yeah, so they weren't headache-free offers, but just financially they didn't make sense. It's got to be both, like headache-free in the sense that there's very little that Gloria and I would need to do except for sign papers. That's headache-free, right?
Okay.
Not having to get nothing comes out of pocket for us. It's just a sign the dotted line, the house, transfer title. That's the stuff. But the ones that could do that were the ones who were offering us like 148, 162, and then the house is going to appraise for at least double or right about double. You know what I'm saying? Like, that didn't make sense.
Exactly. Well, I mean, everybody, you're gonna have to do a little bit of picking up and lifting if you sell this house, I'm sure, right?
In what sense?
As far as when we talking about like completely headache free, it sounds like you guys, the cash offer, which is like, I guess, completely headache free, doesn't work for you because of the pricing. But if someone, I guess, is coming up higher, I'm pretty sure someone is going to, I guess, either negotiate or, have you guys put in some money somewhere. Is that what you've been running into pretty much?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah.
So what kind of cash offer could you make on 3621? Everything is original with the exception of all new HVAC in September 2017. Condenser, compressor, and ductwork was replaced. So that's about 5.5 years old. And then it has the most expensive of expensive stainless steel, whatever, new dishwashers that was right as the pandemic hit, so March of 2020. It's got the same flooring, carpeting that will get upgraded if she decides to keep it, or if it is sold, because that's an easy thing that just increases the value immediately. But there's no holes in the walls, no foundation issues. The roof is good. It was just inspected in June. Yada yada yada. So it's a good home, and it's a quiet neighborhood. It's got wonderful neighborhood. It's like, it's not a big house by any means, but it's a great starter home or a great whatever home. I mean, there have been random strangers that have knocked on that door like 6 months ago. Are you guys taking the house? Like, they were just people that were new to DFW looking at the house, and they were knocking on my block.
Exactly. Well, I think you pretty much kind of eliminated the cash offer itself, because I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you up front.
I don't know what kind of cash offer you make. I mean, maybe you're the unicorn. I don't know.
I doubt I'm that unicorn. because I'm gonna want to make some money off of it too. And if you're already denying like 148, and I haven't looked at the numbers. If you're denying 148 as a cash offer, I don't think cash probably would be what will make sense for you right now.
Okay, yeah, it wouldn't make sense for you for sure. If you spent 5 to 7 to do whatever upgrades you thought would make it super sellable, and you'd be selling it for what I could be selling it for now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So, and one thing I ain't gonna do is I ain't gonna cheat you. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. So I think some of the best things that you possibly can do, which I don't know if it's like, the whole perfect less work for you guys, is possibly, I guess, put it on the market and see how it goes from there. But that still has that time factor where your ex-wife, she may jump in and out with cold feet. So we don't know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's been this way. So I moved out July of last year, and it was mostly to just get away from conflict. And there wasn't the expectation at that point that the divorce was happening, but the divorce was filed in June of this year. So we know that's where things are headed, and now it's just the nitty gritty as far as who gets what and how we split time with our one child. So.
And not to get in your personal business, so does the divorce? Are you guys going to have clauses or something that says, "Hey, all right, divorce pending. Divorce is set to be this date," right? Are you going to have something that says, "Hey, all right, we have to sell this house by this date," or is it going to be left up to you guys to decide?
Exactly. So the language in the original petition essentially allows us to work the things out independent outside of the divorce decree. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So she's smart enough, and she's not like a money grubbing. She's not trying to take me for all I'm worth. She has been to this point super equitable. You know what I'm saying? Like, it hasn't been a total headache. So I think it's really just playing the waiting game for her to either give me my money or to sell it. That's it.
Okay, so I think first step first, man, and I'm not you. I don't know, what's really going on, is really getting her on board to sell this house, and I think that's the job that you got to be the great salesman to do, is get her to sell this house.
Yeah, that's what I do for a living. I'm in sales, so.
Okay, what sales do you do?
I'm taking my battles with her because you can't visit. So I sell solar, but I don't sell the actual panels. I get homeowners. I replace their electric bill, where it's like a power purchase agreement. But they can pay a lot of capital to purchase it if they want. But anybody got $30,000 to $80,000 lying around. Everybody wants solar, but I get you the solar, and then you can buy it if you'd like, or you don't ever have to buy it, but you're always going to have a lesser bill. And on the back end, I get front-end commissions when I close the deal, but then I get huge commissions on the back end the week after the panels are installed. Anywhere from $6,000. The deal that I just sold on Friday, after the panels are installed, which will probably be the end of January, I will have a net commission of $13,500.
Jeez, I might have to come borrow some money from you, man.
Yeah, so it's taking over the country off of the congressional acts, the stuff that was signed, that Infrastructure Reinvestment Act a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
All of that stuff effective January 1. There's going to be all kinds of new businesses in my industry that are like, man, there's government money that's being given to businesses. So.
Okay. That's good stuff, man. So, Casey, like, one of the things I'm just hearing right here, like, the first order of business really is for you to, like, have a conversation with her or get her on board with selling the house. Because even if I make you a cash offer or a terms offer or any type of offer right now, I still have the variable. Exactly. So, and I don't want to, sit there and draft all this stuff up, and then, she comes to the table and says, "Nah, I don't want to sell it." You know what I'm saying? So, what is your thoughts on, I guess, just having that conversation with her, and then us having another conversation another day to see like what's the next steps?
Yeah. So I can't promise you when that conversation will happen, but I'm okay with you checking in with me once a month, not more frequent, because I will probably have 2 conversations with her in any given month about this. And as soon as I get not even a green light, just an almost green light, then I'm going to push really hard to make sure that she doesn't finagle and back out. So I think it'll be one of those things where when the iron is hot, then I'm striking. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's been probably 20 calls I've gotten in the last several months, and I'm not saving. There's one number that I did save because the person actually was able to not just purchase the property at a more fair price, but also get kind of be part of the like a 2-for-1 type deal where, you know what I'm saying, like it wasn't just cash offer, good luck, catch you later.
So why didn't that work with him?
My real estate co-worker that will assist Gloria in the transition to a new home.
So why the deal didn't work with him?
Well, she got cold feet. The magic person is only available whenever somebody wants to be the audience to the magic.
And that, you see, and this further solidifies like my thoughts. Like if you guys had the dude that can wave the wand and make it happen, and she got cold feet, right? So I would be.
Yeah, so I appreciate this conversation, but I've had the same thing, and I'm talking to you because I'm in the car driving to an appointment. So I mean, I appreciate you calling, but there's nothing that I can do. The only thing you can do is to make an offer that is so close to the time. Give me.
You was breaking up a little bit. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, so I appreciate your call, but what I'm saying is I've had similar conversations. I'm driving to an appointment, so I can stay on the call. But the only way that this would work is if you got me an offer such that I could say, all right, give me 24 hours and I'll give you a call back and we can close this down. If that happens, it doesn't have to be exactly fair market value, but it's got to be something that makes sense more than 148 makes sense, right?
Okay. What would how would you describe that offer? Like, what would you need to see to even get her to?
Right. So fair market would be anywhere from a flat 300 to a 324. That's what it's been appraised at. The 2 times I paid for an appraisal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not going to happen with a cash offer. But the closest to that, the closer to that we are, is something that's like, okay, this is headache free, right? This is not involving listing agents, not involving open houses, not involved, like it would involve somebody coming out and checking out the property, which is fine, but there's that times 20 whenever the house would be listed. Even if it was listed for a week before it's sold, there would still be just a headache within a headache within a headache, right? So
okay,
that's what I'm saying.
So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you some time to talk to her, and I'm gonna do my more homework on this as well, to see if I could even scratch that surface of like where the number that you said you need to be close at to, I guess, get her super thirsty to sell. I don't think I could do it, but I'm gonna take a look at it because I done spent like 20-something minutes with you on the phone call, and I want to see if I can make a deal work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you don't need to draft anything. You can just run the numbers. However you would do that, looking at comps and square footage and X, Y, and you do your thing, and then the highest legitimate number you could pay, still be able to make whatever renovations you think need to be made, and then flip the house and make whatever. Like, I don't expect you to get a cash offer that is 300. I accept that. I know that. If we decide to go the cash offer route, then it's kind of swallowing the bitter pill of efficiency over profitability.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you can do, you can text me or call me. Hey, Casey, we could do this. Can you tell me by tomorrow? And I can tell you by that next day if we could do it, because I think it's gotten to the point where she's starting to feel the pressure because she knows that I've been really kind house to be sold if I don't get my equity. So,
Okay.
like, yeah.
Okay. Well, let me do my homework. I'll leave you to do your homework as well, and then we'll pick up this conversation as soon as I get my team to send me the exact numbers that we could possibly play for this.
Yeah, for sure, man. Do it. I appreciate that. And I appreciate your time, man. I know you do this all day, every day, and a lot of times you're doing it every day to the end because you locked in purchase on the home, but sometimes you gotta play you gotta do the long game.
For sure, man. Well, we'll be talking soon, man. I look forward to hear from you. All right.
Boss. What was your name again?
Oh man, you done forgot my name already, Casey? I'm just playing. My name's Carlos.
You know my name because you got it on a sheet of paper in front of you.
My name is Carlos, man.
Carlos, all right, man. And you're in Florida, is that right?
Yes, I'm actually sitting right here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, eating my mother's Haitian rice, man. So yeah, I'm gonna spend some time with the family, man. So yeah.
There you go. Good for you. All right, man. Well, happy holidays, and I hope to hear from you sooner than later. And I don't, you can tell that I didn't recognize the number, but I still answer it because everybody deserves a fair shake.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man.
All right, you got it. Have a good night.
All right, man. Be safe.
All right, you got it. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. How you feel about that?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I'm in this library, so I kept having to put it like high and lower because people kept walking by. But I should have challenged him more so on the wife piece when he was talking about when he said, "Hey, I had this offer," and when he talked about he had the offer with the dude that was giving them what they wanted, that was willing to work, I should have challenged him a lot more on that. I should have really put the full court press on him on that piece just to get him to really break down like, yo, why did that not work? I kind of like let up a little bit because I was like, I'm pressing him a little hard already. I was like, let me like pull the brakes off a little bit. So that's why I kind of like let up a little bit. But I think I think this is a solid lead. I just saw what you guys put in the chat as far as the numbers wise. I think we could probably make this work for real.
Is that this right address?
Yeah,
because it sounds like you said.
Well, I gotta go ask. Well, I guess I guess I'll call him back to like verify. But he said the Plum Street is the house.
Okay.
I think you're on mute, Kyle, if you're talking.
Yeah, I put him on mute because his background was loud.
Oh, okay.
What do you hear? The fan?
Car or something was going by and it was loud as hell.
Yeah, that's the right address. It's the right information. But good call. He's a salesman. You know what I mean? You know what salesmen do. They, using his wife as a excuse to trying to get a number out of you. He was trying hard too.
And I used my skill set to not give him a number.
Trying.
And ultimately, had him give me a number where he wants to be at.
He just told you that, they denied an offer because his wife had cold feet. But at the same time, he asked you for a number to try to get her excited. Like, huh? Yeah, exactly. I think you did a real good job with that. I think no matter what you said, he couldn't have took the offer without his wife.
Exactly, which is why I was like, yo, you got to go make that call.
Well, I think you did an awesome job.
You dialing now? Dang, that call was 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was a minute.
Jeez.
It was a minute. My friend was not the decision maker.
Is this Erica?
Yes, who's this?
This is Jamar.
Okay. Or who?
Okay, a little confused. I'm confused too. Hey, so I got a note that told me give you a call. Curious, why am I calling?
I don't know who you are. Where'd you get the note from?
Someone actually left it on my desk. At first, I thought it was my wife, and I asked her. She said no.
Okay.
Well, look, maybe it's business. I'm in real estate. Is it something with a? Do you have like a house or something you're trying to do something with?
No.
No. Okay. So I'm lost. I have this. She hung up. I'm gonna call her back.
Ooh. Ooh. Let's see how he recovers.
Please leave your message for Erica.
I'll call one more time.
Please leave your message for.
Moving on.
What are you starting from the opposite side?
No.
I can't see where that was at.
128.
128. That's another name.
Okay. Yeah, so guys, if you guys got leads or that you want us to call, sellers that you have talked to, driving for dollars, code violations, we'll take it all. We can bring you on the show. You can tell us about the lead, or we can just call it. In the description, you'll see an email. You can email us over to us. We'd love to lock something up for you. We'd love to have a conversation. What's the weather out there, Carlos?
Sunny and 80 degrees. I was
it 80
outside
degrees?
and 80 degrees. I was outside with shorts and a tank top on today.
Was you?
My sister is a realtor here, so I was helping her and her friend do some work in a house that they're about to get ready to sell.
Oh, listing?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it was fun. She had me working pretty hard today. So, I got to hang out with my older sister.
Put little bro to work when he came out here, huh?
As always.
Put little bro to work.
But yeah, the more I come here, man, I'll be like, I got to come back home. I got to come back home soon.
How long you out there for?
I'll probably be out here till the 11th. I think, I leave the 11th.
I mean, when you're out there, you should have your head on a swivel.
Head is always on the swivel. I got my mom out walking today. I saw some properties in our neighborhood that we I knew a chick name. Erica. That is hilarious.
I want to say it's funny. I think my first girlfriend ever was named Erica. I might have been in maybe sixth grade, maybe, I think. I hope the the lady that Jamal was talking to. I hope it's not the same Erica our friend's talking about now.
I hope.
Right? But that's the thing about primetime dials. You never know who you're going to talk to. You never know what conversation you're going to have. I mean, realistically, it is the best time to have a conversation anywhere between, 6 to 8, 6 to 9. People, maybe they get done with dinner, they're relaxing. They can actually have a conversation. I realized after calling, it's definitely the best time to have a conversation, a meaningful conversation.
And I like to say this too. I think, as well, it's probably the best time to like get people on the phone, depending on what, time zone you're in. But if you're out there, you making these calls and stuff like that, just being consistent with whatever time frame that you can. I know a lot of people out there, 9-to-5 jobs. Shoot, when I had a 9-to-5 job, like I was,
Hey, Jerry.
Yeah.
Hey, yes, this is Jamar.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Sounds like you're a little confused. Okay, I am too. I got a note that told me give you a call. I'm confused. Why am I calling?
I remember seeing the note from tomorrow, but I had surgery Tuesday, and I am a little bit out of it.
So you
actually, sorry.
All right, you just as lost as me. That's fine. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Are you working on transportation issues?
No, I'm not. I thought it was from my wife, but apparently it's not. It may be business now that I'm thinking of. I'm in a real estate. Did you have a house or something like that you're looking to do something with, or somebody have a house or something?
No, I think so.
Don't have a property or anything. Okay. All right.
Sorry.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks. Bye. Good luck.
I think the clever part of what that intro that he's using is, you hear different like teachers or gurus, whatever you want to call it, say you need to, your intro gets you the next 10 seconds, right? He's literally just by doing what he's doing right now, like getting the seller off balance on the intro, right? It's automatically getting 10 seconds from the phone. Now it's the part of figuring out like, yo, do they have a house? Do they have a house or do they not, right? That they will be interested in selling. So the two that he just got on the phone with, happen to not have a house.
Definitely agree.
Like that intro is just so much going, like it just that intro is so so cold what he's doing. Like I can't wait till he actually gets somebody else.
Even the wife part kind of threw me off. The little twist how he throws that in there.
And if you could see in his face, like even he's full on acting mode. Like the confusion in his face and everything is like so serious.
Yeah. Definitely looked like he might have practiced a few times. I mean, hey, maybe one day he wants to hang up real estate. He wants to do a little acting. I don't know.
You might need to, man.
I definitely don't know. I mean, do you play with your openers?
Me, I do, yeah. Today I felt as if I was more serious with my opener. But I'm usually very playful when I jump on the phone, like, kind of have high energy or like, I find something immediately to like get the seller. And what I mean by intro wise, getting the seller off balance, right? So when you call someone and you don't know this person from Adam and you're like, hello, my name is such and such, right? That is something like, think about how many bill collectors you hang up on, or think about how many people that you call you, or the my warranty people that call you and you hang up on, right? So I'm jumping on the phone, somewhat acting confused, right? to get them to help me out on like, yo, hey, is it a property or a land? So that's why I use like, yo, the property or the land piece, right? Just to see like, hey, I don't know what's really going on, or I don't know like, if it's a property or land, so they could automatically help me out, right? Because as human beings, we naturally want to help people out.
It's true. It's true. It's
This
100% true.
comment here is hilarious.
It is, but it's important though, right? Because
He
that's
said,
what
all I need is 10 seconds.
it's important though, right? Because that's technically what an opener is. That's all it's really doing. It's buying you time. And then when you get in there, you can buy more time. You have to consider.
You want to get the
picking
intro.
I'm sorry, Carlos, what were you saying?
I thought he had a call on. You
Nah,
want to get
nobody's picking up.
Switch the number. Your number might be
Shit, I've been calling for myself.
what were you saying, Carlos? You want to what?
I done lost my train of thought. What was oh yeah. When it comes to like the intros and stuff, you want that intro to get you through, like pretty much to get you inside of the door, right? So I like to look at it like my intro. I'm knocking on your door, right? That's me calling you. I want you to invite me inside the door.
Hey, this is Jamar. Just got the note to give you a call.
Who is it?
It's Jamar.
Okay, so when you want me to give you a call?
No, I just got the note to give you a call.
You just got a note to give me a call?
Yes, ma'am.
Who left that note?
I'm not sure. I just see the note sitting here in my office at my home. I thought it was my wife, but it's not her. So I wonder if it's one of my buddies that came
And
by.
who are you with?
I'm with nobody. It's just me, Jamar.
Huh?
No, it's just me, Jamar. I'm with nobody.
Okay.
So I'm curious what the call is about. I was a little lost. I would assume maybe it's about real estate. Did you have a house or something you were trying to do something with?
Well, yeah, but I don't have a place to live yet, so I can't do anything right now.
Oh,
so I don't know who left you that message to call me.
Oh, okay. I'm curious why. I'm a little confused of why they left the message to call you. So I guess they understand.
I've not called anyone about my home.
Okay. Have you talked to anyone in the past about it?
Dozens and dozens and dozens of people.
Maybe they were one of the dozens.
Could be.
What did you end up? You would end up telling them the same thing. You kind of telling me you're not ready right now until you find a place.
Right, that's exactly right. Because I'm 81 years old.
Oh, that's young.
Wheelchair, and I'm tell me about it. When did you get 81? I hadn't been able to get out. I've had hip surgery and 2 broken pelvic bones. So I've not been able to get out to try to find me a place yet.
Right.
And I started all this just when the pandemic hit, and then that put a damper on everything too.
Right.
So I'm not at that point yet.
Right. Why are you trying to move out?
Well, I'm 81 years old and I don't need a 2,000 square foot home.
So I've heard a lot of people complain about house being too small, but you're complaining about it being too big.
Yeah. I don't need this. I don't need this big of a house.
But it's not hurting you. It's just a big house.
So you can check back with me at a later date, okay?
All right, okay, I will. When will be a great later date?
Well, I don't know. It's the holidays right now, right?
Yeah, it is.
Couple of weeks anyway. I don't know if I'll know anything then or not. I doubt it.
You doubt it if you know anything? Okay. When do you think you'll try to start looking? Maybe I should call back then.
After after the first of the year,
After
probably.
the first of the year, you'll start looking. Okay. Do you wouldn't happen to need any help looking, would you?
Well, if you can find me something I can afford, I can't afford a assisted living at $4,000 to $7,000 a month. I can't afford that.
What's more your range?
And a one bedroom apartment, 600 square feet is $1,200 a month. I'd be better off staying in my house.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was wondering why you was moving. I get it was too big, but that I didn't think that was you was gonna get something crazy.
Too much to care for. It's too much to care for.
Well, I mean, the trade-off.
I'm trying to eat dinner now. So if you want to talk to me about it, call me back after the first of the year, please.
I'll talk to you. When is a good time of the day? Because I don't want to interrupt you at dinner when I can.
Late afternoon.
Late afternoon like this. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like you eat dinner at this time, though.
Huh?
Sounds like you eat dinner at this time, though.
Well, I am. I mean, I eat dinner different times of night.
Got you. All right. Well, I'll give you a call back after the New Year's. Well, have a great New Year's, and hopefully next New Year's is better.
Merry Christmas to you.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Was that even a turn?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I'll give him. I mean, he can get one more. That's a solid call because even like the ability, you know how so many people will just let her get off the phone, right? Especially when she's like, "Yo, I'm eating dinner," like I gotta get off the phone and stuff like that. He is literally pulling her back into, "Hey, all right, when is the best time for me to call you?" Right? And then she even gave him something a little bit more like, "Well, I gotta find me somewhere to stay. $7,000 $7,000 a month ain't gonna work for me, right?" So now we getting a little bit of ideas on like, hey, what challenges she has and stuff like that, right? And she said, "Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna go just stay in my home." And he, I thought he had another car. He literally was like, "Yo, all right. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's why I was trying to get a better understanding of why not just stay in your home." So
yeah, the prices.
In just that little bit of time with someone that's like, somewhat, I wouldn't even call her aggressive, like someone that's like, direct to the point, like, "Yo, find out a couple of things. She needs a place to stay. She has certain price ranges where she needs to be at, hip issues, all that stuff, right?" So this is definitely something I think would categorize as a follow-up.
Definitely. Only thing she was concerned about was her meal. She didn't want to get her meal cold, her dinner. That's what her concerns were. Not on the call. I think that would have been a very entertaining / educational call if she wasn't eating dinner.
These comments are hilarious.
Poor old lady. Mrs. How do you feel with talking to older people on the phone? Sellers.
They're my kryptonite.
I'm gonna tell you what, because there's two train of thoughts here, right? I hear both sides. There's one side here. At a certain point, do you think maybe you can't really negotiate? Let's say you're talking to a seller, let's say like 90 years old. Do you think that you can't really negotiate with them? You should maybe try to get a relative, some that they trust, to negotiate with them? or do you just go in for the or you just going all the way in with the touchdown with the you don't care if they 90 years old, you going in?
I think as experts in our field, our job is always to figure out all the decision makers, right? On who's going to impact uh, this deal or this opportunity, right? So my very first thing, even if I'm talking to someone that's like 90 and they're like, yo, I want to sell right now, right? I will want to figure out um, who do they have to talk to or who all is going, like I said, impact the deal. So I'm not, I guess, negotiating with someone that's of that age by themselves, right? So hope to answer your question, steps that I would take is I would seek all the decision makers. Now, if that person is that decision maker, right, and they're functional, like my grandma, she's 100, right, and she does it. She's functional. She can function all by herself, right? And I think she could probably negotiate something herself, right? But of
Wow.
course, we're gonna make sure she's, whatever. So that's why I say I would figure out all the decision makers.
So you'd be cool with her if she had the house and she was selling the house, you'd be cool with her like talking to the investor with selling the house
I
with the
think
fan, would you want to be there?
I think mental capacity. I think she can. Like, just speaking of my grandma, I think she can.
Mm,
I would want to be there, being that I'm in real estate, to make sure she's getting the best, I guess, deal for herself.
yeah, bang for a buck. Yeah. I asked that question because like I said, there's always two trains of thought. And I always think about for legal purposes. You don't want to talk to someone 90, 100 years old, whatever it may be, have a conversation with them. You buy the house, you buy it at a certain price point, then the family come back and they talk
Wow.
they come back and they say use predatory on the elderly.
Yeah, and that's why, like I said, I go I go back and make sure like I find out all the people who's gonna help with that, making that decision with that elderly individual.
Yeah. In the business we in, I think a lot of times we deal with a lot more elderly people. I would say, there's a certain, I would say, for age group, we deal with a lot more elderly people. Chat is blowing up, huh?
With some interesting comments. They ain't showing you no love today, huh, Jamar?
Maybe there's an
automatic
Can't
voice
get nobody to
message
pick up.
system. 8.
Is there a game or something on?
Nobody pick up to get a conversation. All right, hold on. Hello?
Hello, yes, sir.
Yes, this is Jamar. I was calling for Saidi.
Shadi, yes.
Shadi. Okay. Hey, man. What's going on?
How are you?
I'm doing well, man. I got a message to give you a call. I was trying to find out what it's about. I just decided to call you, kind of see what it's about, because I couldn't find out who sent the message.
What is? I'm just wondering who sent you the message and what is it that we want to talk about? I'll be more than happy to talk.
Okay, that's why I was trying to figure out who sent it, and try to find out who was calling. I just figured I'd just call. I don't know. Maybe it's something about real estate. I don't know. I'm in a real estate, so I would assume it would be something about that.
Okay. Something about real estate. and I don't see your number that I have sent you a text before.
Okay.
But what is it? You want to list to sell or you want to purchase one?
I buy and sell. So, do you have something you're trying to do with
Are you
one or
an
the other?
investor?
Yes, I am.
Are you an investor?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's why.
Okay. So you know
somebody
why?
must have
Okay, gotcha.
referred-
Sorry, say that again.
I'm sorry. I said somebody may have referred you to me.
Maybe.
What? Okay. So tell me what kind of investment do you do? Or is it residential or commercial?
Both.
You do both. Well, which one has a priority?
They both got priority. I'm an investor. I'm just looking to make some money.
Okay. Are you local in here or you living somewhere?
No, I'm in Georgia.
You are in Georgia. And what brings you to invest in Houston? Is it the first time or you
money.
have done other investment in Houston?
Money's bringing me everywhere.
I just want to understand. I just want to understand where you're coming from, so I can be able to adjust my help to you. That's all I need. I'm not trying to be nosy in here.
No. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
No, go shoot.
So is this going to be your first investment in Houston?
No.
So you have other investment in Houston too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you go to agents? Did you work with an agent to purchase other property?
No. I'm curious. I really didn't. I understand you're trying to help me. It's kind of seeming now like an interrogation. Just calling because I got a note. Do you have something for sale, or are you looking for somebody to buy something?
I always have anything for sale too. But as I said, I'm trying to understand what is it that you're looking for, what price range, what size.
Yeah.
And is this something? It's a small investment? It's a big investment? It all kind of things. It all depends.
I mean, if with me, it's just I'm a numbers guy. I don't get too emotionally attached to it. I'm a numbers guy. If the numbers make sense, I'll buy a house. I'll buy a commercial, just as long as it's some way I can make money.
Okay. But if you want to buy a house, are you looking for the single family? Are you looking for condo? What are you looking for?
Well, I guess I will ask, what would you say is the most challenging for you? Let me look at that first.
Most challenging to me?
Yeah, what's the property you want to get rid of the most?
I don't have anything right now. I have to search and look for you. I personally do not have anything on my pipeline right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Sounds like you Yeah. Sounds like you have a lot of properties you're dealing with.
Yes.
Oh, my man, I like to hear that.
Yeah. So, but as I said, it all depends. What price range are you looking for? So, is it something you want to turn around? You want to rent it out, or you want to flip it? You want to put it back in the market to sell? It all depends. What do you want to do?
Mm-hmm. That's a great question. Didn't really have a plan because I didn't even know what this call about, so I didn't have a plan or what like I said, I do it all. I'm not necessarily tied to one or emotionally tied to one.
You want me to call another time that is better for you? We can talk more in detail.
Yes, cool. Would you I'm sorry, go ahead.
I can call anytime that works best for you.
Okay, cool. And just curious, when we call, will we be talking about a specific house, or is it? I'm just curious what the next call is going to be about.
We want to be talking whatever is in your mind that you can help me to narrow it down to find something that you like to invest. That's the best way I can put it.
Okay. So it's not really something you're looking to sell per se. It's just, if I come up with something.
It's not something you're looking for sale?
So people know two things about me is either I'm looking to buy something or I have something I'm trying to sell. So this call wasn't, so you're not looking to buy anything. It's probably something you're looking to sell.
No.
Okay. You're not looking to buy anything.
I'm not looking to. No.
Okay. So it means
I'm actually a realtor.
Oh, you're a realtor. Okay.
I'm trying to. I'm a realtor.
Not a question. The question makes sense now. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Then the thing is, I need to find out exactly what suits you the best.
Mm-hmm.
So I can have so many questions. I have
Got it.
create a profile for you. In
Got
order, under your profile, I'm going to put the information that would describe you and your goal to me, so I can be able to turn around and find you what you are expecting to see.
Okay, got you. It makes sense. So I was confused about all the questioning. I was like, Doc, do you have a house for sale or not?
Yeah.
But okay. All right.
I'm sorry. As I said, it's always you have to start from somewhere. But it just happened. He just called. I just missed a call. That call back. And that's how we started. Okay.
Got it.
When would be a good time for me to call you back tomorrow? Or any other day?
I guess tomorrow this time will be great. I'm always available this time. I'm starting to wind down. It's probably the best time to have the best conversation because during the day.
Tomorrow,
yeah.
Very good. Tomorrow around 7 p.m. is good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll put a note in my calendar. I'll call you tomorrow around 7.
Okay, that works out for me. I appreciate it.
Very good. Thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
I don't need no realtor.
How you feel about that one?
It took a long time to get that he was a realtor. I was like, all right, I don't want to be interrogated now.
It's dope how you use like, yo, I feel interrogated. Like you use how you felt in that moment to like reverse him to now get him to explain like what he's doing, like why he's asking you all those questions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. He asked me the same question a bunch of times. Hey, I'm looking to make money. I don't know what am I looking specifically for? To make money.
You could tell I knew he was a realtor, just how helpful he was, all those questions. He's used to asking questions. He's a realtor. That's what realtors do. You know what I mean? He thinks you're calling him because you have a property that you want to buy or sell. So he was trying to, I guess, help you. Two people helping each other. It was just entertaining, if anything. But he was about his job. He was on task.
So that's the best I can get right now. I got a realtor and a person that's eating dinner.
It happens.
You gonna try to grab one more in?
Yeah, I'll try to finish the list if I don't get anything. You see where I'm at.
It definitely happens. That's why consistency is the key, right? Didn't you say that earlier today, Carlos?
Yes, sir. You know, the whole process of anything, being consistent on whatever journey that you are, right, is like, you know, one of the key to this business. So if you're consistently calling, whether it's prime time hours or midday,
Whatever,
early mornings, whatever your schedule permits, you know, just be consistent in what you are doing.
man. Consistency will not only get you a better chance to buy a property, it'll also get you to sharpen your skills, to have better conversations. I noticed he's playing with the opener.
Mm-hmm. So should have heard his wedding vows. Thou shalt not interrogate thy husband.
Oh.
Hello.
Hey, this William.
Who's calling?
This Jamar.
About?
I'm not sure. I was hoping you can help me. I got a note to give you a call.
I don't know who you are.
Oh, okay. Okay. You don't know my wife Christina, do you?
What's your last name?
Roach.
Not offhand, buddy, but I'm better with faces. I don't forget faces.
Okay. Yeah, I was
Where y'all live at?
curious why you call. I'm here in Georgia. You don't know anybody in Georgia?
No.
Okay. Maybe it's a business call. It wouldn't happen to be anything about real estate or anything, will it?
Well, I look online a lot, and so I will tell you right now,
my fat fingers and these little small phones don't go together. And so there is that possibility, yes.
Okay.
And also, they spoof so many phone numbers now.
Mm-hmm.
I used to call people and I'd say, "You just called," and they'd say, "No, I didn't." And I'd argue with them, and then I had it happen to me, and then I realized what was going on.
Okay.
But they spoof people's numbers.
So you think you filled some out on accident, and then I got to.
I don't know if I filled it out or not. I mean, are you a salesperson?
No, I'm in the real estate. I buy, rent, sell houses.
Oh, okay. Well, now I do mess with that.
Okay.
And so there is a good chance that
Okay.
that I did probably click on something in there.
Okay. Did you
deal with raw land?
Raw land?
Raw land.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, I deal with land. What you got for me?
Agriculture stuff.
Agriculture. Okay.
I look online all the time, and I'm on Redfin all the time, and so that could be where you got it. Does it show I called you?
No. Like I said, I got a note to give you a call. Maybe it's somebody you talked to of mine, and I'm just responding.
It has to be something to do with that, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But I have no idea what it was, because I will tell you.
Right.
I will literally spend hours sometimes looking at stuff.
Yeah, man. You got anything for me that I can help you out with? That's in real estate.
Not right now.
Okay.
But I like that area. Georgia, Alabama, Florida, all right in there. I like that.
Oh yeah.
I like that area.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Texas pretty good too.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I wouldn't want to live anywhere else, but that area where you're at, if I was going to move, I'd probably move to Georgia or Alabama, and maybe even Florida, because I wouldn't want. I don't think I'd want to be on down in there, but I like the north end of Florida.
Right. Yeah.
I really don't care anything about dealing with hurricanes constantly and all that.
Yep.
But I love Key West, but I wouldn't want to live there.
Yeah.
There ain't
Man.
nothing there.
Yeah, nothing
But
but
anyway,
there.
I'll keep you in mind. I'll save this number and pick real estate guy in Georgia.
Yeah, what you think you might have coming up?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm fixing to sell my property here, my house, and then we're trying to build a house, and then I should have a little money left over from that, and I'm wanting to tie it up in some more land, but I don't know yet. I really I would like to find some recreational, either hunting land or vacation type properties, and that I've been to Orange Beach, I've been to Dolphin Island, I've been all them,
Yeah, it's nice out in the area around that Gulf.
It is,
yeah.
And so, but there again, like I say, I don't want to. I don't have enough money to buy the kind of stuff I would want out that way.
Right.
I would just like to get someplace close to it that had some kind of hunting land or, agricultural type land. That way I could have a place to, to hang out and do whatever, and then wouldn't be too far. Messed with you.
No problem. Hey, I wonder if you can help me. I am looking for something to buy right now. I wonder if you know anybody or you got anything I can buy.
Land?
It can be land. It can be a house on it. It can be anything. I'm in real estate, so I just look for opportunity to make a little bit of change.
Yeah, the Dallas is a tough market, man. I mean, there's a lot of buyers out here right now.
Yep.
And
you can help me out narrowing that down.
Well, I mean, I could probably. I've seen things that I think are worth the money, but the problem is, none of it would be anything that would make money quickly.
But what makes you say that?
Well, because the just the market right now as a whole, you know.
Well, it's changing.
And the people here, it's kind of cooled off some here, except for the really hot markets are still really hot, you know. But the regular housing part, what I call your atypical housing, is is not really doing anywhere near what it was, you know. But I'm not shocked. I mean, they double interest, it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, I'm not looking to buy anything with any financing, so the financing part don't even appeal to me. Part. Yeah.
I understand. Yeah, I mean, but what I'm saying is, you've got to be more guarded,
right,
with what you buy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're sitting on it too long.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. So you feel that whatever I buy is going to be a long wait to sell.
Let me say this. It's not selling as fast here. Nothing's gotten any cheaper.
Yeah.
I can tell you that for sure.
Yeah. I understand
I'm sure it will at some point, you know.
I understand that.
But as it is right now, nothing's gotten any cheaper. And I've even noticed on Redfin, some of the stuff that I was interested in, they've actually increased some prices on some stuff. You know, and I think they probably had so many calls or something on it that they thought, oh, we priced this too cheap, you know. And so, but there's stuff out there. I mean, if you're looking for regular, for regular houses like tract homes, I really don't pay much attention to any of that. I look at houses that are on acreage, you know, small acreage or big acreage, either one, and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
You know, I mean, we have tract homes where we're at, you know, not far from. I live in a community that has no tract homes. And part of the reason is the cost of land here. Right. But it just eliminates it. But we're 15 minutes any direction, and you know you're into tract homes.
Yeah. Well, okay then. Don't have anything. Well, I'll look for a call back from you. Huh?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's no problem. Okay. All right, you take it easy, man. All right.
Good. Bye.
And start talking about a whole bunch of random stuff. Tract homes and all that.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was a talker.
Yeah, he was.
I think that was. We doing one more, or what are we doing? How you feel, Carlos?
I'm hot and ready like a little Caesar's pizza, man. I think he had like a lot of these calls are solid calls as far as in just him exercising the skills that he has, you know, building rapport, all that good stuff. I think these are some solid calls. Hopefully, you gonna try to get you in one more. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
I can hear you. I'm just trying to catch up on the notes because I've just been calling other people.
Okay.
Because I didn't mark anybody down.
It's part of the business, right? I guess you call some people and they want to sell. Some people don't. Some people thinking about selling.
Some people change their mind, but
kicking tires. It's just part of the business. But I do notice how one thing that, you know, when I listen to you guys call, I always try to take something away from it, you know, to help me when I'm on the calls. And there's something that both of you guys do that I really need to start implementing. I notice a lot of times when you guys have a conversation, you still practice and work on your skills, or you still extend the conversation, even if it sounds like if the person doesn't want to sell, you don't let them off the hook easy. How I should say.
For me, more so, it's like, I don't ever want to bail on a call, right? I want that seller or the potential prospect to make it clear, like, yo, I have nothing at all.
Well, we need a definition. What is the definition of bailing on a call?
So when I say bail on the call, right? So if I'm calling somebody, yes, I'm calling about your house, if you want to sell your house, right? But once I get past that, I want to then see, all right, is there any other ways that we can do business together, right? So if I find,
so you're saying it's not all about just buying the house, then that's what you're saying.
For me, I'm trying to figure out how I can, one, if you do have a house, buy a house and solve whatever problems you got or whatever the case may be. Or two, if you don't have a house, what service you provide and how we can work together.
Oh, wow.
So like earlier, the gentleman I was speaking to with the whole solar business and stuff like that, right? In my head, I'm like, how can I grow this, or how can I make this relationship, or how can I nurture that relationship to make it something fruitful for both of us, right? So just because someone's like, yo, no, I don't have nothing, I'm gonna poke around a little bit to see what they do or whatever the case may be, to see how we all can benefit each other. Now, true form of like bailing, right, is earlier Jamar had a call, right, where the woman on the phone, she was like, yo, I gotta go to dinner and all that other stuff. And he did not hang up on that call. Like, she literally was like, all right, I'm done here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta go to dinner now. And then he still brought her back in, right? What we have been learning on the sales side is, you get kicked out, you don't leave. That's the mentality you got to have as a salesperson. Get kicked out. You ever watch how on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, when Uncle Phil used to bring Jazzy Jeff outside of the house? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That person has to pretty much Uncle Phil me and throw me outside of the house. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to figure out each and every way I can capitalize on that time I just had with the seller.
Do you worry about, so you don't worry about maybe staying a little bit too long, wearing out your welcome?
No, because if I wore out my welcome, they would just kick me out. That's just how excuse me. That's just how I look at it. And I would say I used to think that way, but it's more so like my mental head trash. I don't want to offend this person, or I don't want to, ask the wrong question, or I don't want, just because the person is like, yo, I'm busy right now. I mean, if you were busy, you would never answer the phone.
Okay.
Yep.
So
feel the same way, Jamar?
Yep. That's why I don't kind of go in with a, how are you doing? Caught you at a bad time, or is this a bad time? It doesn't really matter. You wouldn't have picked up, like Carlos said, if this is a bad time. People that's very busy don't pick up the phone when they're busy.
It's always a bad time. That's how I look at it. It's really always a bad time. It's just how important is that phone call at the moment? Really, to be truthful, how important is that phone call at the moment? Are you important enough for that person to have a conversation with you right then and there?
Yep.
I have right now. I currently have 4 missed calls, but because I'm on here, I see it. I'm not answering the phone. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm on Primetime Dallas, man.
Hey, man. Hey, man, I love it. I love how Jamar, how you were playing with your opener today.
Yeah, I think I do a little bit at every episode. I change it up a little bit. Have that little aggressive one. Some people like, some people hate, which is probably want to hang up on me. Today I decided, hey, I'm gonna mention something about I got a note. Can you figure it out for me?
I noticed something today, especially when you talk to, I want to say the last call, and when you talk to did you throw a little bit of an accent in there? No. Were you playing with the vocals? I noticed you tried to do was that an accent, or were you trying to work with your speech?
I don't think I did.
That's that southern twang, man. That's that southern twang he got.
I guess. I don't know. I didn't try to change anything.
I really noticed you slowed it down for the older lady.
Oh yeah,
really
the older person
for her.
I slowed
and
down.
I kind of heard. I'm thinking, is he trying to do an accent? Like whoa! It's just I really noticed that heavily.
I did slow it down. I did slow it down. I didn't think I changed my accent, but I did slow it down. When I heard he was the way he said hello was kind of slower. So I was like, all right, let me slow it down just a little bit. And I did slow it down, but didn't change. I didn't hear the accent. If I wasn't trying to change my accent.
You might not try to do it, but I definitely heard the way you were answering. I definitely noticed that was more to me. I hear your calls all the time. For me, I say, oh wow, that's different. I like how we did that in there. You're talking to an older person. I guess you want to slow it down.
I want to make sure he hears me, and I can't talk that fast to him because it's going to be a whole call. What'd you say? I slow down. Try to pronunciate them better. My English ain't that great, so I speak English.
I heard that.
Try to slow it down a little bit, just so the older person can hear me.
I think one of the cool things that you did today was when you were like, well, I'm kind of confused as to why am I even calling you? And you would scrunch up your face like you was in like full acting mode. And I was like dying laughing over here. I was like, he's really acting this out right now.
I don't even notice half the time, man.
Yo, I was like, this man is in full acting mode right now.
They said they say they can see you even on the other side by your voice, how your facial expression is. I know some people when they say hi, they smile even though the person don't see them. They said sometimes it makes what you're trying to say more realer or more. They can feel that. So I guess that's where it comes from. The little confused. What I know, I think it comes more from when I used to go out on appointments.
Okay.
And if I had to be confused, I had to put on that confused face. I couldn't go. I'm confused with a straight face. No, I'm a little bit lost, Carlos. What do you mean? Okay.
Yeah, you was like, yeah, I don't know why I'm calling you either. Yeah, them people are like, what?
What do they say? You can't act, you can't sell.
And I think one of the cool things you did too, man, where you were like, yo, I kind of feeling like I'm being, this is what stood out to me the most. I kind of feel as if like, it seems like you're interrogating me, right? Like, I was like, yo, this is insane.
I was like, all right, it's been me naturally. I'm like a 3-question max guy before I get irritated, and I was starting to kind of feel that. So I was like, hold on, let me just stop there because he asked me too many questions. He haven't told me anything that I wanted to hear just yet. So I was like, let me put this on pause. Hey, man, I feel I'm getting interrogated. But yeah, but your call for the most part, Carlos, I heard some of it when you kept going in, down and up. I can hear him, and then I couldn't hear him. But I liked the way you was challenging you was putting it back on him to get the wife on board.
Mm-hmm.
That was dope. You like, I'm not moving forward till you get your wife on board. And if you want me to buy this, get your wife on board.
Mm-hmm.
If you want me to look at this, get your wife on board. And I like that approach you took. Before I move forward, get your wife on board.
Exactly.
Not throw me a number out, and I'll see if my wife want to get on board. And then when he told you the story about something about the wife backing out, and you go, see, that's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah. And this is where I think like the challenging piece of things that, I've learned from, you and all that other stuff is that's like set us apart in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's allowing people. We're not just that makes sense, and then keeping it moving. You know what I'm saying? Where you that makes sense. There's a lot more that you can get from or dig if you just nah, that don't make sense. Tell me more about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I think that's where I had to get comfortable. Challenging them in that sense.
Yeah, it's crazy that you say that, and when I tell people that, it's the hardest thing for them to say no to a sales call. I was like, literally, you hear probably no more than you hear anything else in life. I think they did a study. The word no, everybody hears it more than they hear even their own name. But it's so hard for people to tell other people no. Like, listen, if you have to be at 150 and the person is at 300, you can't say yes to him and think he's going to drop his number. You have to say no at some point to him. So Just say no. So yeah, Carlos nodded. Yeah, don't make say. Just like the other day, I told the guy, the one you laughed about, when he talked about the shirt. Not if I'm in Canada. No, I wouldn't sell a shirt for $400. I'm looking to put more clothes on, not sell clothes.
Exactly.
Like, no, that's a stupid saying. If the price is right, that's stupid. What does that mean?
And then I think people so used to just going with the flow, and even if they don't understand something, to like
attention all patrons. This is a friendly reminder that all library services.
But I think it's a balancing act, though.
Yeah, just so they don't hear. Well, get that confrontation. If it don't make sense, you say it don't make sense, or help me understand it. And don't just sit there and agree with it, because you're gonna continue to be lost if you don't ask.
Yeah, you're gonna sit there and yeah them to death, and they're not gonna move off their number. They're not gonna try to do anything else different. I just watch it happen so many times. I'm like, when are you gonna tell this guy no?
Exactly.
When are you gonna tell him without telling him straight to his face that what he's asking is crazy?
When you're challenging people, right? How do you know the difference between, I'd say, challenging them or, so the newbie would say you don't want to get them upset, right?
That's out of your control. I would say getting the person upset, that's out of your control. How many times you've heard nice people jump on the call, be nice to the seller, and the seller still cussing to slap the fuck out? So their reaction is out of your control.
So you're saying you're not even concerned
Don't care
on how they're feeling?
Don't care.
Okay, wow. What about you, Carlos?
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Are you concerned on how, I'd say, the seller feels?
In what sense?
By I'd say maybe upsetting the seller. You're having a conversation.
I guess I would say no, because if I'm worried about always not upsetting the seller, I will never ask those tough questions.
Yep.
Because it's those tough questions that get you to the pain. And if I'm so scared to ask, let's say you were as a seller.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I don't know, what's a tough question? There might be something that we could do too, like tough questions, or like, you know, a little thing on tough questions. Yo, all right, let's say you get $50,000. How does that solve your problem?
Ooh.
What does $50,000?
I'm thinking about that now. I was like, yo, I could have asked that person I was on the phone with earlier. All right, let's say you get your $50,000 equity. How does that solve your problem right now?
Yeah,
because you know the newbie, you know, they're always told nurture. You know what I mean? Be upbeat, be uplifting. You know what I mean? Say good things to the seller. Like that's what you're taught when you first get into this business. So how long did it take you to learn that, you know, not giving the seller everything that they want isn't the best path that you like taking when you're talking to a homeowner?
What's the saying? Like the definition of insanity? What's the saying of the definition of insanity? Is you doing something over and over?
Doing the same thing over and over again.
When I realized, like, me being nice, as you could, I like to think I'm naturally I like to think that I'm a nice guy and I care about people and all that other stuff, whatever. But as I continue to make calls and go through this process of learning sales and all that stuff like that, the nice guy doesn't always wins the deal, right? It's the guy that, you know, stays in there when things are hot, the guy that asks the tough questions, and the guy that's able to solve the problems. But really the guy that, you know, stays in there when it gets hot, and the guy that asks the tough questions is what makes the big difference. Because if it gets hot in there while you're on the phone and you rushing to jump off, that's when you need to stay in. That's when the kitchen is real good. You know what I'm saying? So, and when that moment comes, this is where you stand firm and you got to ask those tough questions, because eventually, what's gravity? Something goes up, it must come down. Just like people's attitudes, like, you know, if they are super upset, eventually they got to come back down.
That's a great point. Great point.
So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it. But
yeah, man, I know the library is about to close there where you at. So, you know, let's kind of do the final saying, and then, you know, let's close down. I'm ready to eat too. I'm ready to eat.
Let's go. I'm about to go eat some more rice right now.
You can have that rice.
We appreciate everybody for tuning in. We will be back here Thursday, same time, Primetime Dials.
Primetime Dollars, huh? Hey man, you got more names for us than
Primetime Dials, Primetime Calls, Primetime Get It Done.
Hey,
Primetime Get It Done. Peace, everybody. Have a good night.
Peace.
All right, y'all. Peace.